right, guys. Yeah, can you tell I'm having some fun here with some of the animations now? All right. The Virginia Citizens Defense League is a group that is a Second Amendment advocacy group. They are responsible for Lobby Day here in Virginia. And what those guys do is, all the 2A Second Amendment advocates and all that, they all show up at the Virginia Capitol and, show their support for Second Amendment. And they also provide lots of help with legislation and stuff like that and resources on what you can do to have your voice heard for the Second Amendment if you're not pleased with what's going on. So some of the things that we're going to go ahead and cover here real quick. Let me pull it up here. So let's get that up here. All right. So Virginia Defense League right now. So their alert right now that they got going on right now is today, February 5th at 4 p.m. There is going to be a subcommittee meeting in reference to some of the bills that are being processed. Now, one of the things that we got here is HB 1015, prohibits a person convicted of a misdemeanor, assault and battery, hate crime, from being able to possess firearms. Misdemeanors should never take away a person's civil rights. I absolutely agree with that because, what is the definition of a hate crime? Now, if you go out there and you beat up somebody, a black person, and you beat him up, shoot him, kill him, there's already a law in place for that. It's called murder, okay, or it's called assault. And if it's a felony, you're going to lose your right to a firearm. So what are they talking about when they're saying, a hate crime? And it's a misdemeanor too. So does that mean that you're just, shouting racial slurs or something like that? Well, I think that's not right. You shouldn't be doing that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your rights need to be taken away. Drop your comments what you think about that. I absolutely do not think that needs to be passed. So we do need to take some action there. And we need to have a better definition of what they're considering a hate crime at that point as well. Because if their definition of a hate crime is just racial slurs or, you looked at them the wrong way, then you lose your Second Amendment rights for a misdemeanor. We're not talking about felonies. We're talking about misdemeanors. This is what this is in the subcommittee. So, felonies, absolutely, right? At the end of the day, felonies, you get your guns taken away. Sorry, you broke the law. It is what it is. You're a criminal at that point. In felonies, you're going to serve jail time too. So the other thing here, all right, so here's another one here, HB 1427. So this one right here repeals the unconstitutional one handgun a month law. I actually agree with that one, and I believe the Defense League does as well. That's why it's highlighted in green here. In the state of Virginia, unless you have a concealed carry permit, you are not allowed to buy more than one handgun a month. You can only buy one handgun a month if you're a citizen without a concealed weapons permit, unless that's changed. That's the way I understood when I got my concealed permit. You guys can drop comments if I get it wrong. Call me to the mat. I will update it on the next episode if I got it wrong, okay? Seriously. Hold me accountable. That's a big thing for me as well. I don't want to give you guys false information. If I do, I want to be corrected. So we want that to pass, okay? We absolutely want that to pass. We want to be able to, if you want to own more than one handgun and you want to buy more than one handgun a month, absolutely. It's none of your damn business what I do with handguns, or, any gun for that matter. It's none of your business unless I'm out there committing crimes at the end of the day. It's my constitutional right to have as many damn guns as I want, period, the end. And there shouldn't be any restrictions on what type of guns those are, too. All right, next one here, HB 1525. So this one removes the right of young adults to have a handgun or assault firearm, scary guns, right, AR-15s, unless used for lawful self-defense or defense of another while in the home or property of parents, grandparents, or guardians. So for those of you of the ages of 18 to 20, that essentially means that you would no longer have the right to have a handgun or an AR-15, which are trying to outlaw AR-15s as well, or assault rifles, scary guns again. So guys, yeah, we got to get this fixed here. So already in the state of Virginia, you have to be 21 to own a handgun, but this is going to remove your rights, to own other types of firearms as well. That was the only restriction, unless that's changed in the last few years. That was the only restriction, is you couldn't have a handgun until you reached the age of 21. Here they're talking about AR-15s, probably some other types of rifles that they consider scary as well. So guys, we need to do everything we can to get these, we got to shut these down somehow. And the Defense League has provided lots of resources for you to do so. So the Virginia Citizen Defense League has put up a couple of things here for you guys that you can do to help with these bills and nix them and support them, depending on which bill you're talking about. So on their website, I encourage you to go to their website, www.vcdl.org. They have a section here for action items. It's going to be under the Virginia Alerts section. Action item number 1, we need everyone to send a pre-written email to their delegate. Their system will figure out who your delegate is automatically based on your address, and this can be done in under a minute. So please go on there and do that. Show your support for, especially the one gun a month, getting Nixon that. We want that taken out, so that's a good thing. We want to support that, but the other two we do not want to support. So go online, get that filled out. Let's get that done, and let's get our voices heard, guys. Action number 2. So you can speak at the meeting online, so you don't have to go to the Capitol. Keep your comments short, and they can be as simple as "I oppose this bill." They can also, the one good bill, which is HB 1427. In that case, you can say, "I support this bill." You can register to speak now. Your computer must have a microphone and camera, and you can register by clicking here on that website. It's going to be action item number 2. Action item number 3, and you also need to contact them as your legislators as well in opposition of the excess taxes on guns and ammo and suppressors. So that's one of the things that they're proposing right now is more taxes on ammo, guns, and suppressors in the state of Virginia. So we need to oppose that as well. Go to the Virginia Defense League website, Citizen Defense League website at www.vcdl.org to learn more. And I'm going to post some more updates as they put out alerts. I'm not going to be able to get to all of them because I do work full time, but every time I do a show, I'm going to try to throw a couple of them in there, guys. So, let me know what you think about that segment there. Are you okay with me doing alerts like that, especially with the Virginia Citizen Defense League? I really like these guys. Show your support for them. But give me some comments on that. I would really appreciate it. So that is our alert from the Virginia Citizen Defense League.